How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey,
Good. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Nice. And what's your name?
My name is Rafael.
Rafael?
Yes, Rafael.
Nice. Nice. My name is Finn.
Finn. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
Nice. Well, my name is actually Fanula. Fanula, yeah. But I live in Vietnam, so that's too difficult for people here.
Yeah, it's more simple.
Yes, exactly. So, is there anything I can help you with today, or do you just want to practice conversation, or is this your free trial, or what's the situation?
Yes, just conversation is I'm trying my new device and I'm using on Cambly.
Nice. Okay. So, where in Brazil do you live?
I live next the capital, São Paulo, 100 kilometers away. It's
Mm,
very next. And it's a city of São Paulo state of São Paulo.
nice. Cool. So, I am from Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland, yeah. So I'm from Scotland, but I am living in Vietnam just now for the pandemic. So
Yeah.
yeah, um, it's it's beautiful here. Scotland is beautiful also, but it's
How
not very good
many
just now.
how much time do you live there?
I have lived in Vietnam now since February, so
Few months.
7 months. 7 months.
Yeah. And pandemic, you are stuck.
Um, I wouldn't say stuck. I think I chose to stay, I would say, because the option was stay in Vietnam with beaches and sun and very cheap rent accommodation, or go back to Scotland and have no work, cold weather, and expensive accommodation. So it made sense to stay here because Vietnam was actually open at one point, not for international people, but
Yeah.
the whole of Vietnam was virus free for 100 days. Well, so it's been great, but my city is back in lockdown now for 3-4 weeks. So normally I'm a teacher in a school, but I have to work online now because schools are all closed for. They have told us they will be closed until further notice. So
Great.
yeah.
Do you live alone there?
No, luckily I share a house, a 6-bedroom house. It's very good because normally there are so many tourists here. So to stay in a beautiful place is so expensive, but because the virus, everybody's gone home, we are
Yeah.
getting to stay in a beautiful house for not maybe like $100 each a month, maybe more. Yeah. So
Very calm, relax.
yeah. There's the
And
beach. We have the beach here, thank God. Yeah, it's not
that's
doing much.
great.
Yeah. What about you? What is
Scotland,
the
Scotland, where you lived before, is very crowd or not? It's a big city or
no, Scotland as a country is not busy at all. We only have something like 6 million people in the whole country.
oh my God.
Yeah, so the cities, Glasgow and Edinburgh, are they can get busy, but nothing like Brazil. Nothing. So I used to live in the highlands of Scotland, so in the mountains. So if I was to go home, it would be okay for the virus, not very busy, at all, but just nothing to do, you know?
Yes.
So what about you? What is the situation where you are right now? Are you all okay? Are you working?
Yes, I'm working. When I work, we continue, uh, even in coronavirus quarantine, we continued working and normal because I live in a small city. It's not so great, and we don't have many cases over here.
Mm,
And but a lot of things closed, a lot of stores closed, many companies closed.
yeah.
But where I work, we continue. We're producing alcohol to hygienize the hands,
Oh,
and
okay, I see.
we're doing our part of this mission to help people
Yeah.
to fight against the virus.
Nice. Okay. And
Yes.
can I ask why are you learning English? Is it just is it for any reason or just because?
Yeah, actually, I think 2 years ago I started to learn English because I watched videos about Brazilians that lives in United States, and I thought very good. I thought it's a good opportunity to learn English, to maybe to live there or to know there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but English it's very useful wherever we think about. I think about it. It's very useful in job and trips and to know other people, other cultures. Uh, I always speak about English. I become addicted. It's my passion.
Oh, good. Your passion. That's good. Yeah.
It's
No, and
every
it's
single day I'm practicing my English,
good.
reading, listening, and
Yeah.
so on.
It's great. Yeah. The best way is to just talk to people, isn't it? I mean, I learned because you speak is it Portuguese you speak where you're from? Portuguese? Or is it Spanish? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, Portuguese.
Portuguese. So yeah, I learned Spanish. And like I lived in I went to Mexico for 5 6 months, and I was working in a bar in Merida in Mexico. So there wasn't a lot of tourists, and all the staff were Mexican. My uncle owns the bar, and I just presumed they would speak English because English. When you're from the UK, you think everybody speaks English. I was very young at the time, so I went and none of the staff spoke English, and I was like, oh, and I knew no Spanish, nothing. So I had to learn. So I learned a lot of like bar Spanish, you know, like serving people Spanish. And
Yeah.
when I was there, I got quite good at it. Like I was quite confident. And then when I came back to university, I did Spanish at university for a year. And then after that, I stopped traveling for a couple of years because it was my final years in university. I didn't have one conversation with a Spanish in Spanish, and now it's gone. Like you know, so and no one here really speaks it either. So I'm trying to I'm gonna try and learn again. I think now that we're in lockdown, I'm gonna try pick it up again. But it's crazy how fast it can go if you don't practice.
Yes, it's true.
Mm.
Uh, in my case, I try to when I don't have no one to practice, I practice with by myself,
Yeah.
speaking from the mirror and speaking alone. And sometimes I'm walking around my home and speaking by myself, and my wife says for me, "You are crazy!
Yeah.
Stop speaking English. I don't understand nothing."
Does she not speak any? No.
No, she just understand when I spoke my wife and what are you speaking about me?
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, what do you listen to podcasts at all? Yeah,
Yes, I
they're good. Yeah.
yeah, I use I listen podcast always. I try to listen something that I like,
Mm,
and I always change the subjects and for because sometimes become boring and I change constantly
yeah.
the subjects and so on. I try to do everything in English.
Yeah.
When I go on the Google search something about some news,
Yeah.
I tape in English. When I need to listen something, I listen in English. It's immersed to
Yeah.
get immersed in the language.
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
Oh, un poquito, like the
Un
tiniest,
poquito.
the tiniest bit. Yeah, like I said, I could probably serve someone, you know. But when
Yes.
it comes to natural conversation, not so much. Or sometimes I can know what people are saying ish. But yeah, that was. I mean, I did Spanish at university for that was 3 years ago when I had my last Spanish class. And my friend Gemma, she was here living with me, so we did Spanish lessons twice a week in Vietnam. But then she left, and again, I've not done it. So I need
Yeah.
to. I feel kind of, I don't know if guilty is the word, or I feel kind of silly. Like I teach people English, but I don't know a lot of another language. Um, Even in the
Yeah.
schools, and I teach in a school in Vietnam, and the kids, oh, what Vietnamese do you know? And I'm like, oh no, like it's Vietnamese is
Uh,
a very hard language, but I'm kind of like, oh no, I don't really know much. It's so bad.
it's very complicated. There in Vietnam, which language they speak?
Vietnamese, they have their own, yeah, Vietnamese.
Yeah. And for you to communicate with them, it's just in English.
Yeah, so
And
when it comes to students, a lot of locals, because so many tourists come here, locals usually speak at least a little bit, to buy things or to order food or something. But the children here, this kind of whole generation of children here, all speak English. It's seen as really important because I
really,
think in Vietnam it's that way. If you know English, you're more likely to have opportunity. You're more likely to work in tourism and get more money for your
oh,
family.
it's very strong tourists
Yes,
there.
a lot of them live off tourism. That's why the country's struggling quite a bit because of the virus. Um, so a lot of the children here, it's amazing actually. There's 4, 5, 6 year olds here I know that speak amazing English, and I am there.
Great.
I teach them, but again, it's more conversation practice rather than
Yeah.
teaching them. They're quite impressive actually, the kids here. But maybe the adults not so much, but definitely now, young Vietnamese people, most of them are learning English.
Yeah, I think it's very good because they learn children. It's in beginning in school because like you said, if the adults sometimes don't like to
Mm.
learn and I don't need to speak English, but children they have
Yeah,
time to learn to practice and it's very cool and they have interest
yeah,
to learn something new and it's very interesting, it's very
yeah,
useful for them using in this their
yeah.
country.
They soak it up
we
as
have
well.
we
They're like sponges. I say something
Yeah,
and they copy me exactly. They even copy the way I act. They, you know, do me so well. Like they know everything. Yeah.
yeah, we have few
Few
seconds.
seconds. Oh well, man, it's so nice.
Was a pleasure to talk
Yeah,
with
thank you so
you.
much for calling. Hopefully see
My
you again,
pleasure.
and yeah, good luck. Have a nice day or night. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Until next
Goodbye. Nice to
time,
meet
bye
you.
bye. Nice to meet you too.